Grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410. Elgin time, 11 o'clock.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by Rain-X. Illinois drivers should be aware of changes to Scott's Law. The Move Over Law will now apply to all emergency vehicles stopped or moving and also covers emergency workers on foot. First violations carry a minimum $200 fine. As the new year begins, Illinois' minimum wage will not increase in 2026. The State Department of Labor says the minimum wage will remain $15 an hour for workers 18 and older, with the tipped wage staying at $9 an hour. A state report finds hundreds of Illinois public employees improperly received federal pandemic relief funds, with some now facing criminal charges. The Inspector General says about 400 workers took nearly $3 million in loans meant for small businesses, often using false or fabricated claims. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
The Lowe's Closeout event means the final savings of the season are here. It's your last chance to get deals on seasonal decor, tools, flooring, and so much more. Refresh your home, check off your project list, or simply stock up on the brands you trust. Shop now to grab amazing deals before they're gone. Lowe's. We help, you save. Valid through 1/7. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-990-1551. That's 800-990-1551.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by Rain-X. As the new year begins, Illinois' minimum wage will not increase in 2026. The State Department of Labor says the minimum wage will remain $15 an hour for workers 18 and older, with the tipped wage staying at $9 an hour. A state report finds hundreds of Illinois public employees improperly received federal pandemic relief funds, with some now facing criminal charges. The Inspector General says about 400 workers took nearly $3 million in loans meant for small businesses, often using false or fabricated claims. Illinois drivers should be aware of changes to Scott's Law. The Move Over Law will now apply to all emergency vehicles stopped or moving and also covers emergency workers on foot. First violations carry a minimum $200 fine. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Kohl's clearance deals are so good, you might want to brace yourself before you shop, because up to 70% off can do things to you. Sudden goosebumps, racing pulse, involuntary gasping at prices. You may even feel the uncontrollable urge to brag to someone, anyone, even Deb, the checkout lady who's seen it all day. Don't worry, that's just the thrill of Kohl's clearance. Shop it now in-store and online. Select styles, some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
A new exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card is your opportunity to go from cardholder to ticket holder for the FIFA World Cup 2026. For a limited time, when you're approved for a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card, you're eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more today at bfa.com/cardfwc26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America NA in partnership with Visa. Terms apply.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. Brought to you by Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blade. Today, patchy fog before noon with partly sunny skies and a high near 40. Temperatures falling to around 37 in the afternoon. Tonight, patchy fog and a slight chance of snow and drizzle with mostly cloudy skies and a low around 34. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy with a high near 41. Currently, it is 36 with clear skies.
I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
The second I see that Chick-fil-A text in the group chat, I'm throwing my shoes on and running out the door. Hey, I'm Layla.
And I'm Kaylin.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is
how it feels like an easygoing morning.
The chicken adds the most flavor. It's juicy and seasoned.
The biscuit is just very light and airy and fluffy, just like a cloud.
I also love to put jelly on mine so it's sweet and savory.
It's a good start to the day.
Mornings are a little bit brighter with the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit and Simply Orange juice. Available on the Chick-fil-A.
Start your weekend right with Dino's Night Out, Fridays from 2 to 4 p.m. on WRMN 1410 AM. Dino covers what's hot across the Fox Valley, from live shows to food fests and everything in between. Proudly sponsored by the legendary Arcada Theater at 105 East Main Street in St. Charles. Your home for unforgettable concerts, comedy, and more. Tune in on WRMN 1410 AM or stream at WRMN1410.com. Dino's Night Out, your guide to the weekend vibe.
This is Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town WRMN. National news at the top of every hour and local news and weather at the bottom. Find more information about programming and current events at WRMN1410.com. News, weather, and entertainment across the Fox River Valley here on WRMN 1410 AM, the Talk of the Town.
Welcome to Out to Lunch here on WRMN. This is the time to spice up some things in your midday, right? This is a midday morning and afternoon show, or, well, midday morning. Or really not even midday morning. It's midday, just midday in general, right? This is the Out to Lunch show. I'm your host, Matt McNeil, taking you into this 11 o'clock hour and the 12 o'clock hour, talking about what's happening locally in the Fox River Valley area. We've got some good conversations to talk about here today. And of course, we're also going to be going through our local lineup, including locally produced shows and what's going on for the rest of the day. So we'll talk about that and more here on Out to Lunch. Now, of course, we also do have our Tradio segment at 12:30. So if you are interested in calling in, start of the new year here, folks, 2026, heading on in strongly. If you are looking for things, buying, selling, trading, announcing to the Fox River Valley area, that is Monday through Thursday at 12:30. That's our Tradio segment. If you have something that's got to go, it's a great time to call in and post it on Tradio. The phone lines will be open at 847-931-1410. Or, of course, you can also text us at 505-926-1410. You can send over pictures, information, anything like that that'll get people interested. Any flyers you might have, you want to scan them, take a picture of it with your phone, and or maybe you're selling a car too. You want to take a picture of it with your phone, or maybe even a professional camera, make it look all nice and fancy. To showcase it, we can do that. It's a showcase. We can showcase it here on WRMN during our Tradio segment. Let's go through the weather and temperatures, what we're going to be seeing today. I did read through them during the 9 o'clock hour. We're reading them through the 10 o'clock hour here. I'm sorry, the 11 o'clock hour and 12 o'clock hour as well. We've got a high of 42 degrees, sunshine early. It's going to be followed by some cloudier skies in the afternoon. So it's pretty nice and sunny right outside now. The snow is continuing to melt as we have hit our 40-degree mark there. So we're going to be seeing the snow continuing to melt, and especially with the rain coming through eventually in the later part of the week, that snow is definitely going to be melting. But it's going to come back eventually. We do see a low of 35 degrees. Chance of rain for tonight is roughly about a 30%. A few showers developing later. Heading on into tomorrow for Tuesday, we see a high of 42. It is cloudier skies. Slight chance of a rain shower predicted also. Kind of continuing on from the previous night, which will be tonight. With the low of 32, cloudier skies are in that forecast for Tuesday night. Wednesday rolls around. It's the middle of the week. Morning clouds giving way to sunshine for the afternoon and a high of 40 degrees. We see a low of 36, clear to partly cloudy. Not super chilly out. For Thursday, it continues to rise in temperatures. We see a high of 49 degrees and a low of 42. Now, it is predicted to be about half an inch of rain throughout pretty much the majority of the day, especially later in the day for Thursday. So wind speeds are a little bit light and variable of high 5 to 10 miles per hour. And again, a high of 49 and a low of 42 is coming through for Thursday. For Friday the 9th, we see a high of 45, cloudy with occasional rain showers. Chance of rain is predicted to be at about a 60% chance, with a low of 34, precipitation at 60%, rain showers early, mixing with some of those snow showers late. Now, because of that mix, you already know it, it could potentially be some freezing rain. For Saturday, heading on into the weekend, this is the first full week of January 2026. Mainly cloudy with a snow shower around in the morning time. It then starts to clear up a bit with a low of 22. Chance of snow predicted at 60% for Saturday. For Sunday, we see here a high of 28, sunshine and clouds mixed, with a low of 23 degrees. That is for Sunday night. A few clouds are going to be sprawled around the sky from time to time. And then finally, for Monday, a week from today, we do see partly cloudy skies and a high of 37. It does drop down to only about 28 degrees, partly cloudy in the evening, followed by some more clouds accumulating for later at night. You can find all this and more posted onto the Weather Channel's website, weather.com. You can also go to AccuWeather and other sources that are available to you. You can also check out the radar too, the 24-hour radar or even the 72-hour radar. Taking a look here, we're going to start off with our Sunny Skies story of the day, and it looks like Sunny Skies has updated their website for 2026. If you're watching on YouTube, if you watched on YouTube before and you know what Sunny Skies website looks like, they've updated it now. So it looks like it's updated just a little bit here. It's a little different now. They used to have a little bit of a colorful timeline. It's a little bit more on the blank side now. Not complaining, of course. And now they have their feel-good stories are now the kindness stories. They also have fun and interesting. They have the news section. So still very similar in terms of the layout, but it is changed just a little bit here. So let's go through our inspirational story of the day today, posted by an anonymous user titled, quote, "Paid for person behind me because they deserved it." A nice little short story here. It's a rainy day and I have nothing to do, so I decided to go to Starbucks and pay for the person behind me. I searched up Starbucks and Starbucks with an S, apostrophe S, multiple ones around the area that this person's looking at, and decided to try a new one I hadn't been to yet, because why not? At the intersection right next to it, the light turned green, but this big truck ahead of me in the lane next to me wasn't moving, and I was wondering why. But as my lane moved forward, I saw an old lady was slowly walking across the street, and the truck wasn't budging or honking till she made it across. The same truck pulled into the drive-thru behind me. And although the barista told me they had a mobile order when I asked to pay for them, I purchased a $10 gift card for them and asked that she give it to them. I'm glad I chose the Starbucks I did, and I'm glad I did the truck And I'm glad so did the truck. They deserved it because they were helping keeping calm, and they weren't honking at an older woman crossing the street. So that's a very nice story there. And I know sometimes in traffic we can get a little bit hostile. We can have some of that road rage. You could be like, "Oh, come on, really? You're crossing the street?" But of course, it's important to be patient and realize that maybe some people are having a hard day, or maybe people can't physically walk as far. And that's a perfect example here of what this what the driver did, the truck driver, and it was paid forward to the truck driver. So very nice. You can find this and more posted. That's on sunnyskies.com. We also have mentalfloss.com giving some interesting facts. Maybe you knew about them, maybe you didn't. A solar eclipse, for example, helped end a 6-year war back in 585 BCE. Now, when the sky suddenly darkened during a battle between the Lydians and the Medes in modern Turkey, soldiers took it as a sign to cease fire. Hey, that's a good sign. They said, you know what? This is it. We're done. And we're gonna make peace. I guess maybe, I don't know if they made peace necessarily, but at least it stopped the war. So there you go. And then another thing here too, blood makes up about 8% of your total body weight. Yes, that's about 8% of your total body weight. So if you want to do the math there, say, hey, you know what? I weigh this much. Well, I actually weigh this much if you don't include my blood. You could say that. If you're like, oh, I don't like my weight, you can just say, well, you know what? 8% of it is my blood anyways. So that could be a good way of I guess, doing that. I don't know. It's up to you. And then another thing here too, in parts of Europe, people believe that if you light a cigarette from a candle, a sailor will die. That's interesting. A little bit of a superstition there. If you want to check this out and more, you can find it at mentalfloss.com. There's also, of course, interesting conversations and such. We'll definitely go through maybe some of that here too. I do have a conversation story of the day today that does talk a little bit about eating local and how that helps the community. And then also later into the show as well today, we're going to be talking and showing you a website that I discovered on how to look for local businesses that sell local products. They pinpoint specific locations wherever you might be in Illinois, different states, the Fox River Valley. It pinpoints specific ones. Now, it might not always catch every single business, but it's at least a good one to look for local businesses that sell local products too, especially products. More so than the services, although it is also a service as well. But we'll talk about that later into the show today. Stay tuned for more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN. It is 16 past the hour, and we'll be back with more in just a little bit.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who help people that have been injured or wronged. If you've been involved in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident, or injured at work, you have rights, and you may be entitled to money for your suffering. Don't accept an offer you get from an insurance company until you talk to a lawyer. And we represent some of the best personal injury lawyers you can find. Tough lawyers that will fight to win your case. And they're so good they stake their reputation on it by only getting paid if you win. So if you've been in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or hurt on the job, find out today for free what kind of compensation you may be entitled to. Call the legal helpline right now.
800-257-3148. 800-257-3148. 800-257-3148. That's 800-257-3148.
The new year means new resolutions, not just for your body, but for your finances as well. Did you know that financial health is directly related to your identity protection? This is why you need LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock's restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed, or your subscription money back. Resolve to make your identity, health, and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Visit LifeLock.com and save up to 40% off your first year with a promo code BECK. Terms apply.
Hey Bears fans, want your business heard during every heart-pounding moment of the game? WRMN 1410 is now offering in-game ad spots for Chicago Bears broadcasts. Be a part of the action as thousands of die-hard listeners tune in each week. Whether it's a touchdown, turnover, or a timeout, your message will be right there in the mix. Spots are limited and going fast. Call WRMN 1410 today at 847-741-7700 and score big with in-game advertising that delivers results. Get in the game with the Chicago Bears on WRMN AM 1410.
We are AFGE, the American Federation of Government Employees. We represent 700,000 federal and D.C. government workers who are the vital threads of the fabric of American life. We support our nation's military. We take care of our nation's veterans. We protect our nation's borders. We respond to our nation's crises and natural disasters. We provide services to our nation's seniors. The American Federation of Government Employees. We work for America.
We are AFGE, the American Federation of Government Employees. We represent 700,000 federal and D.C. government workers who are the vital threads of the fabric of American life. We support our nation's military. We take care of our nation's veterans. We protect our nation's borders. We respond to our nation's crises and natural disasters. We provide services to our nation's seniors. The American Federation of Government Employees. We work for America.
And welcome, folks, back to Out to Lunch here on WRMN AM 1410, broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the listeners, the community out there. Oh my goodness, there are so many different community resources available to you, the listeners, and to anyone else listening in your specific community, no matter where you might be. Those resources are there to help you, tailor to your needs. And we're also that resource, part of that resource too. So if you are interested in having an interview, if you are interested in having your own show, feel free to reach out to us, 847-741-7700. You can also feel free to email us too, if that does work a little bit better. Please feel free to email any of us. We've got Dino at WRMN1410.com. We've got Sonar at WRMN1410.com. Elliot at WRMN. We've got our sales at WRMN1410. News at WRMN1410.com. Did you know that? We've got a news email. Yes. News at WRMN1410.com. If you have any news you want to share with us, feel free to send it over there. You can email me, Matt at WRMN1410.com. Let us know if there's anything that you would like, any questions, any comments, any suggestions. We're excited. Let us know. Let's continue on here, see what is going on. We've got some fun days recognized today on the National Day calendar. So we'll talk a little bit about some of that here, just briefly. It is International 12th Night, recognized historically. 12th Night is celebrated every 12 days after Christmas. So that's either January 5th or 6th, depending on when the counting started. Christmas Day or Boxing Day. This year, it does fall today on January 5th. It marks the coming of Epiphany, a Christian festival that holds different meanings for the Eastern Church and the Western Church. And did you know that William Shakespeare wrote a play of the same name? Yes, 12th Night. We had to read it in middle school. I still don't really remember much of it other than it was very difficult to read. I did not understand a lot of what they were saying because of the old English. Some traditions say Christmas decorations should be taken down on the 12th night to avoid bad luck. However, if you forget to do that, it's recommended to keep them up until Candlemas on February 2nd. Well, this weekend, we actually ended up taking down roughly half of our decorations. The previous weekend, or none, was it the previous weekend? No, it wasn't the previous week. It was a couple days before. Yesterday. Yesterday was our day. We took down the rest of our snow village in our home, the rest of our decorations. We did put up, we still kept up some of the holiday style decorations, really the winter decorations. More of the holiday decorations are now taken down, or trees down, everything like that. But we have the general winter decorations up. Kind of similar to like, we have our general fall decorations, then we decorate for Halloween, then we take the Halloween down, we put up the Thanksgiving, little Thanksgiving stuff, and then we take that down and then keep the fall decorations for just a little bit before we get into the holidays for Christmas. But anyway, with that being said, that's just a little superstition. Maybe you still have your Christmas tree up. Maybe you like to keep it up all year round. There's actually a house not too far away from us in our neighborhood. They have their Christmas tree up all year round. I see it every time when we take a walk. I see it all the time. I'm like, oh, they got the Christmas tree. It's in July. It's July. It's summertime. Christmas tree's up. Hey, it's December. Christmas tree's up, of course. Oh, it's March. The Christmas tree is still up. So I don't think they touch it. I don't know. I don't know. I've never seen anyone go in and out of that house. So it's like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Nobody ever comes in and nobody ever comes out. Never everybody goes in and nobody ever comes out kind of thing. I don't know. But anyway, always nice to see that tree in their living room. They have it on display in the window so people can see it. So that is recognized today. That is 12th night. Some other days that are also recognized, if we want to talk about food, it is out to lunch. It is National Whipped Cream Day today. A delicious food to enjoy on many different sweet treats. It is a sweet treat itself that can be created, that was created for centuries. It's been created for centuries. As air is beaten into milk with a high enough fat content, the fat traps the air into these tiny little bubbles. With enough bubbles, the cream loses its liquid qualities and starts to hold its shape. The earliest recipes of whipped cream date back to Italy in the mid-1500s. Not actually called whipped cream until the late 1600s in England, early recipes dubbed the confection as snow milk and recommended beating heavy cream with a willow branch until foamy. Now that we have sanitized whisks and modern food processing machinery, whipped cream is widely available in a range of flavors and those textures. You can find chocolate whipped cream, mint, tubes of whipped cream substitute that never goes flat. There's also heavy whipping cream, which is what we made yesterday. We had some quiches yesterday, the family and I. Excuse me, I got to sneeze. It is still that season, folks, with the ranging of temperatures and there's something going around. I don't know. It's just, there's something going around, but I just had to sneeze a little bit. Excuse me. But with that being said, yes, heavy whipping cream. We used that. We made quiches yesterday. We use whipped cream and we put it on little brownies. We put it on ice cream. We put it on cake. I mean, a lot of different things. So it can be used in a lot of different ways, of course. You can have whipped cream pies, which is something that was at the America's First Responders Fest in 2025 in September. They had whipped cream pies that we threw in the faces of, oh my goodness, I'm blanking on the names. I am so sorry. Of Gilbert's and Hampshire, Mike Reed of Hampshire, and Guy of Gilbert's as well. That was fun. But anyway, yes, it is National Whipped Cream Day today, this January 5th. If you want to celebrate, you can have some whipped cream for yourself. Maybe have a little bowl of it just to eat it as is. Now, of course, if you want to go a little bit on the healthier side, it is National Keto Day today, recognized, reminding people that ketogenic diets cut carbs out of their diet to an extent where the body starts to consume fat instead of carbohydrates for fuel. This obvious benefit of fat is used for energy, is great for weight loss, but it can also help epilepsy patients avoid seizures and is shown to increase cognitive brain function. Now, for those wanting to start the keto diet, be aware, of course, of possible side effects dubbed to the keto flu. However, there are plenty of reliable resources online, and celebrities like the Kardashians and Halle Berry also swear by it too. So, of course, when is National Keto Day? Well, it's today. And ketogenic diets do cut out those carbs, so it does kind of help to do that too. And I'm hoping this year I can try to cut out a little bit more carbs. I had quite a bit of bread yesterday. We had soup. We had kind of like a lentil style of a soup last night, ham and lentil. And it was it wasn't lentil. It was white beans. But it was very good. And those broth soups, like I said before, I don't eat a lot of vegetables. I eat any vegetable if it's in a broth soup. But that's something that we had. And I did have quite a bit of bread yesterday. But I'm hoping maybe I can kind of cut back a little bit on the bread and a little bit on the sugar too to kind of help myself. And maybe that's something that you also want to do into the new year. Maybe it's a habit of yours. And hey, that was the Susie Q of the morning today. What is a habit that you would like to quit this year? And it's getting tempted to eat a lot of bread, I think. I've been cutting back a little bit on the coffee, the sweet coffees. I've been having lots of coffee from home lately. My aunt actually for Christmas got my brother and I a cold brew maker, so we have been using that religiously as expected as coffee lovers ourselves. We haven't gone a single day without brewing at least 2 cups or 2 pitchers. So we brew one for the morning And then we brew one for night that we just keep in the fridge longer, so it's even stronger in the morning, which is great. So really, it's just one container that we brew. But that was something my aunt got my brother and I for Christmas, and we love it. We love it. In fact, the coffee I have today is from the cold brew. And what's nice too is at the bottom they have little remnants of the flavoring from the cold brew. It's a specific cold brew coffee, and when you mix it up together, it makes it blends together, and it's all nice and strong again. So it's great. We brew those strong brews to get us through the day, right? And try to savor it. So maybe you have a habit you'd like to quit this year. It is 2026, New Year's resolution maybe. With that being said, we're getting into the bottom of the hour news and messages from our sponsors. When we come back, we will have we'll talk about another national day. I think it's a good one. I know my dad will enjoy this one. And then we'll go through a conversation story. So we do have one today talking a little bit about how local foodies are changing the game in the business. Stay tuned for more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN AM 1410. And we'll be back with more in just a bit.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby, brought to you by Rain-X. As the new year begins, Illinois' minimum wage will not increase in 2026. The State Department of Labor says the minimum wage will remain $15 an hour for workers 18 and older, with the tip wage staying at $9 an hour. A state report finds hundreds of Illinois public employees improperly received federal pandemic relief funds, with some now facing criminal charges. The Inspector General says about 400 workers took nearly $3 million in loans meant for small businesses, often using false or fabricated claims. Illinois drivers should be aware of changes to Scott's Law. The Move Over Law will now apply to all emergency vehicles stopped or moving, and also covers emergency workers on foot. First violations carry a minimum $200 fine. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Kohl's clearance deals are so good, you might want to brace yourself before you shop, because up to 70% off can do things to you. Sudden goosebumps, racing pulse, involuntary gasping at prices. You may even feel the uncontrollable urge to brag to someone, anyone, even Deb, the checkout lady who's seen it all day. Don't worry, that's just the thrill of Kohl's clearance. Shop it now in-store and online. Select styles, some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
A new exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card is your opportunity to go from cardholder to ticket holder for the FIFA World Cup 2026. For a limited time, when you're approved for a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card, you're eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more today at bfa.com/cardfwc26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America N.A. in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. All rights reserved.
Building a house is hard, but have you tried removing one? Flood Brothers takes the mess out of demolition. With fast roll-off dumpster delivery, reliable debris pickup, and a family-owned team that takes service personally. Call 630-261-0400 or visit floodbrothersdisposal.com. Flood Brothers Disposal, proud sponsor of America's First Responders Fest.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks Vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Hot Hands, America's favorite hand warmers. Today, patchy fog before noon with partly sunny skies and a high near 40. Tonight, a slight chance of snow and drizzle with patchy fog. Mostly cloudy with a low around 34. Temperatures rising to around 36 overnight. Currently, it is 38 with mainly clear skies. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
My doctor told me my cholesterol is borderline, so I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste-free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula, cholesterol's natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
Welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN AM 1410. Hey, we're broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the listeners, the community, the Fox River Valley area. It is a beautiful sunny Monday morning. It is 35 past the hour. We're kicking it off here, continuing on your morning with some good conversations. Now, of course, we want to discuss with you a little bit here on some things. There was a national day I wanted to mention here, kind of in honor of my dad. I know he does. I say honor of my dad like he's gone. No, I mean, this is a day that he likes because he's a fan of these. It's National Bird Day today, and he is a huge fan of all things birds. He even has a collection of bird books, so it is a recognized United States National Day today. He always loves the finches. Anytime he gets a finch or a blue jay or a cardinal, he always is like, "Oh my gosh, Matt, take a picture." I didn't get my phone out quickly enough, so I'm like, okay. We try to keep our Zoom camera in the living room, but sometimes like, oh wait, it's going to be too late. They're going to go, or the darn squirrels will chase them off. Those squirrels. Anyway, so birds have always held that special place in our hearts, and this is why we celebrate them on National Bird Day today on January 5th. And of course, they're also a massive animal group under particular threat at times. And the phrase canary in the coal mine was named after birds for a reason. They're the barometers. Oh my goodness, barometers. That's something. Okay, look, this is something I want to do in 2026. I got to start pronouncing things correctly. I don't know why. I'm trying. I don't know. Anyway, it's the barometers of our planet's environmental health. In fact, that so many bird species are under threat thanks to illegal pet trade, disease, habitat loss. It means it's more important than ever to raise that public awareness for the needs of the birds. And there's a lot of different organizations that are out there that help to promote this and to recognize this. And you can find a lot of them actually locally too. So they have them out there. I know on the Fox River, there is different sightseeing places that you can go to see these birds, to give recognition. And maybe you want to give recognition. Maybe you have an organization that does it. Feel free to reach out to us. We would love to talk to you. But with that being said, it is National Bird Day today. And we hope that you can celebrate this day recognized. And hopefully you enjoy the rest of your day. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take a little early time out. What we're going to do when we come back is I've got two things. The first one is our Monday conversation story of the day, and it's a way to meet the foodies who are changing the way Americans eat. And after that, we're going to tie it in with a website called buyfreshbuylocal.com. And this is a really great website that I want to showcase to you. It shows you how to look for local businesses that sell these different products. It's great to shop local and to support local. So I want to share all of that with you coming up in the next segment. So it's a little shorter segment now. I'm going to take a quick time out soon, and then we'll continue on for about 15 minutes or so talking about this conversation story and blending it in with this particular buyfreshbuylocal.org website, which maybe you already know about this website, but if you don't, I want to share it with you. I was looking over the weekend for some content here for Out to Lunch, and I was like, you know what? I want to see if there's a website about local businesses and how to shop local. And there is one out there. So I'm going to share that with you. It is approaching 39 past the hour here. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick time out now, and then when we come back, I will discuss with you a bit on this. We'll go through our conversation story about foodies changing the game and how to eat local, and then, of course, tying in this website here. So stay tuned for more on Out to Lunch, WRMN. We'll be back with more in just a little bit. Are you dreaming of a getaway? Want to leave the stress of daily life behind? Whether it's a relaxing cruise or an adventurous land escape, planning the perfect vacation doesn't have to be a hassle. At Cruises International, they specialize in vacation destinations, land and sea, making your dreams come true. Located at 1721 Moon Lake Boulevard in Hoffman Estates, Cruises International isn't just about booking travel. They're your personal concierge, trusted travel advisor, and advocate. Your preferences are unique, and they'll take the time to understand exactly what you're looking for. From personalized service to their global network of specialists, they ensure that your vacation is tailor-made just for you. It's time to plan the vacation of a lifetime. Call 800-255-7447. That's 800-255-7447 today and speak to a cruise and vacation expert. Cruises International. It's time to set sail to your dream destination.
My mom has taken up going to the park to practice yoga.
My dad's going to a club, but not a book club, a salsa club.
Finding new hobbies comes with age.
My mom has started getting lost and not knowing where she's going.
Becoming lost or disoriented doesn't. Confusion with time or place may be a sign of Alzheimer's. An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Fitting in shouldn't be hard, whether in life, on the court, or in the classroom. At Elgin Community College, you could find your place alongside those expanding their horizons, exploring rewarding careers, and achieving their dreams. A place for doers, thinkers, and believers. At ECC, we see you, we believe in you, and you'll fit right in. Learn more at elgin.edu/belong.
Now available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com is the book called DUI Jury Trial, which is the true story of a truck driver in Illinois who was charged with driving under the influence of alcohol. Not only was he facing a revocation of his driver's license, but also a lifetime disqualification of his CDL, which would prevent him from ever driving a semi-truck again. This book includes backstories of the truck driver, the lawyers that defended the case, and the DUI expert witness who analyzed the case and then testified at trial as to the proper protocol procedures of the field sobriety tests as well as the breathalyzer test. This nonfiction novel also includes the actual court transcript from the jury trial, a courtroom showdown in which the final verdict would determine the fate of the defendant's livelihood. The book DUI Jury Trial is now available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com.
Welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today and being a part of the conversation with us. We want to say a big thank you to the sponsor for today's show. Out to Lunch is sponsored by St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. Are you looking for that expert orthopedic and spine care close to home? Well, St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin is here for you. Their highly skilled orthopedic and spine specialists provide advanced treatments for joint, bone, and back conditions, all with personalized approach designed to get you moving again. Whether it's hip or knee pain, sports injuries, or complex spine issues, they use the latest technology and surgical techniques to help you heal faster and to get back into those activities that you love doing. And that's not all, of course. They do offer their comprehensive rehabilitation services, which means you'll have that expert support every step of the way, right from surgery when you walk in through till the recovery process. So trust your health today to excellence. That's where you can trust St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin, a proud member of Prime Healthcare. You can call them today for more information on 847-931-5525 or visit their website at stjosephelgin.com to learn more and to schedule your appointment. So a big thank you to St. Joseph Hospital for sponsoring today's show, Out to Lunch. Speaking of out to lunch and speaking of food, there are some great ways that you can change the way that you eat. And this is actually an older article. A lot of it does have to deal with people who go around to different countries. However, the specific term that's used in this, there's a specific term in this article that's used, is applicable to anyone and everyone that's in a community. And we're going to hone in on that. We're going to talk about that today. So we have this article. It was posted back in 2018 by Joshua Beck and Brandon Reich, both of the University of Oregon. And the title of this is called Meet the Foodies Who Are Changing the Way Americans Eat. Now, this is what the term is. That term is locavores. So you think of the word omnivore, carnivore. This is locavores. As residents of idyllic Eugene, Oregon, writes Joshua and Brandon, with its culture of local food, we might be forgiven for assuming all Americans are locavores. The rich volcanic and glacial soil deposits of the Willamette Valley are irrigated by a splendid river system and tilled by farmers who raise everything from goats to hazelnuts. Now, these farmers make Oregon the 7th best state in terms of the availability and consumption for these local foods, well ahead of the neighboring California and Washington. But what does the term locavore mean? Locavore mean? It's spelled Locavores, locavore. Well, locavores are folks who shop local. They eat local. Now, of course, it's okay to completely, there are times when you don't eat local. There's times when you eat at big businesses, right? But locavores are especially people who mainly eat local. They support local businesses. They support fresh products. And the article that is here does go into more detail on some of that for a specific experience. But I kind of want to tie it together with shopping local and eating local and supporting local here in the Fox River Valley area. Now, this is according to a study and again, they were just using Oregon as an example. Since Oxford University's press proclaimed locavore, the term in 2007 was actually the word of the year, by the way, too. The local food scene had actually started to explode in communities around the world with the term locavore. Chefs cited locally sourced foods as the top menu trend of 2016, and local food sales are expected to nearly double from 2014 to 2019. Now, that, of course, was an article written in 2018, and it looks like it did. Now, of course, this was written before COVID. I know a lot of small businesses suffered. I know a lot of them still are, but we are starting to notice them starting to rise up again, right? I mean, there was for a long time here a restaurant across the street. The Stop and Dip wasn't even, they didn't have a restaurant there, and now they have one, right? They've got the shawarma stop and now also the Stop and Dip too. So we are starting to notice more businesses popping up. Now, while it may be, this article writes this, while it may be tempting to stereotype locavores as wealthy hippie liberals, as consumer researchers, they wanted to dig a little bit deeper, the authors of this article. The research shows that locavorism is a consumer ideology with beliefs that cut across class, politics, age, and also gender as well. So there's the taste versus the belief. These aren't just people who like to eat local. Locavorism comes complete with a set of strongly held core values and beliefs. Notably, locavores support local food communities wherever they might happen to be. So if they are traveling, they're going to support local, which a lot of us do anyways. When we travel somewhere, a lot of times, if you're going to a different country, unless a specific item on the McDonald's menu is very unique, you're probably not going to really eat at the McDonald's, right? You're going to try the local foods. So there's an example there. A locavore on vacation in Orlando might venture out to taste one of Florida's many locally grown tropical fruits, such as the papaya. And somewhat unexpectedly, their research shows that locavores do not care whether local foods are sold by large corporate retailers. This is interesting, actually. So long as the local claim can be trusted. It's the localness that matters most. Locavores want all of their food, even the boring granola, to be locally sourced. And these are not just gourmet foodies with sophisticated palates. These are everyday people too. So it's an interesting article that does kind of go a little bit further into some specific examples. People who travel to places that offer a lot of different farmland will shop local and eat local there too. And then, of course, the article does talk a little bit more on the meaning of what local means. Given the importance of local to locavores, what it means does matter, but the definition can vary. Some might think of local foods as those produced within one city, state, or region. Others might focus solely on the physical distance between production and that consumption. Now, both of these perspectives are valid and are manifest in the food industry. Now, for the purposes of farm lending programs, the federal government defines a food as local if it hasn't moved more than 400 miles from where it was grown. Yet most consumers tend to think of local as within really 100 miles of their state's borders. The variety of definitions may be why characters in a Portlandia sketch opted not to take a restaurant's word and instead visited a farm to verify a chicken's localness. In fact, deception can be an unfortunate issue within the sector, with some sellers outright lying about the origin of their foods. Yet because locavores are ideologically driven, they tend to root out the huskers. Locavores' increased tendency to call a farm to express gratitude for ingredients in a restaurant meal makes deceit difficult to sustain. So what is it then that we explore locavorism? To better understand what it means to be a locavore and develop a way to measure it, they've conducted 6 studies on adult consumers across the U.S. And here are some of the 3 core beliefs and ideology that come together for folks who classify locavorism. The first one is local foods are superior to non-local foods. That's kind of a given. Second, non-local food systems are destructive and untrustworthy. Now, of course, everyone's going to be a little different, right? Like I said before, I am myself a big supporter of local businesses, but I do eat at big chain restaurants too, right? So there's that. And then the third thing is local food consumption contributes to the community, of course. What they then used these beliefs to develop a scale that would allow them to measure locavorism. They generated a set of 23 statements to which consumers could respond on a scale from 1 to 7. They asked 196 consumers online to respond to these 23 statements. Their answers helped them to narrow it down to a list of 11 that they felt best reflected locavorism. So if you want to read a little bit more in this article, it goes into more detail on this. But to kind of generalize it a little bit more, really kind of locavores are their own tribe. They have their own style. They have their own way of doing things, right? And you might even have a side of you that's localvorism. You know, it might be something that kind of goes on and off. You might be a localvore for one day and then the next you're not, right? So there's a lot of different things when it comes to that too. But they are definitely inspired to change the food system. That's something that they're inspired to do. They shop local, they eat local so that it can go back into the community, and they hope that they can change the food system. Most food in America is still grown by a handful of very large farms. In fact, 4% of farms account for 2/3 of all food sales, and that is according to CNBC.com back. Now, this was back in 2014, so it's been 12 years since then, but I'm sure that there's probably some growth or maybe decay depending on the specific area or location. So with this being said, the U.S. may be raising a nation of locavores who will continue to reshape how Americans shop for and eat food, as we've been seeing it, supporting local, and how important that is too. So that's the conversation of the story. I did skip through a couple different things, some more specific examples, but if you want to read it for yourself, you can find it on theconversation.com. But what comes next here is I want to talk about buying fresh and buying local. And this is from buyfreshbuylocal.org. This is a website that you can go to, and whatever state you might be in, they have different sub-websites or subcategories for you. This one is Illinois. So if you are looking for local fresh foods in Illinois, they have an entire map that's available on here. And it pinpoints specifically where some of these local places are. So for example, we like to, of course, recognize the Fox River Valley area. So if you're watching on YouTube right now, I've got this website up where you can search the area. It's called buyfreshbuylocal.org. So if you are someone that is very interested in doing this, supporting local fresh produce, check out this website. So I wanted to give you a couple different examples here, scrolling in a little bit further into, let's say, the center of Elgin area. Right along 20 there, we see a local place called Jam's Cakery in Elgin with some details. And they have something called their market maker. This market maker pinpoints those specific markets and places that offer those real, locally produced and sourced foods. So Jam's Cakery, for example, is a home-based custom cake and cupcakes business in Elgin. They specialize in party table food requirements for your special events, for birthdays, baby showers, weddings, and so on. And then it does go into the list of business information. It was established 2 years ago in 2024. They offer curbside and pickup parking. Attributes include menu identifies known allergies. They offer special events. They offer cottage food, locally sourced ingredients. They also offer permanent year-round as an attribute. They even have a list of the different payment methods that they offer. So even before you step into that business, they have a list of how you can pay. How cool is that? That's why I found this website to be quite fascinating, because it's a great way to really even hone in on these businesses even before you give them a try. They even have a list of some interesting generalized products, right? What are the categories? Off-premise catering and also catering service. Now, again, I'm giving this specific example to Jam's Cakery in Elgin. But if you want to go back, of course, you can find some other ones. Closer out into the Streamroot area, there's 3B's in Bartlett, actually, more so Bartlett, and it tells buying local honey. Now, we've seen 3B's before. I've seen them before many times at the local fresh market during the season, the downtown Elgin market. I've seen them there before. So there's an example of local businesses. It does tell you them, again, of shopping fresh and local. Now, again, it's not going to get every single business that's out there, but it does give you the ones that are especially locally produced, including a lot of farms and agriculture. So Allgrass Farms LLC is one that's located on Route 31 in Dundee. That's one. It's a dairy farm. Tells you the payment methods, tells you all the different products, including chives, basil, sweet potatoes, herbs, fruit, cabbage, duck peas, turnips, beef. So if you're looking for the beef, for example, it tells you about that. It tells you a list of the varieties of beef that they have too. It's all listed on there. So it can go into quite grand detail before you even head on into the place too. So if you want to do this, if you want to go on a little bit of an adventure I recommend this. It's called Market Maker United States, and it's tied to buyfreshbuylocal.org. It's a great website to use if you are really wanting to support local this year, 2026, and you want to only buy fresh and local. Now, maybe you've already heard of these places. Maybe there are places that aren't mentioned on here that you shop locally and regularly at, and that's fantastic. But for maybe newbies out there or people who don't know about specific places, this is a really great site to use. So I want to recommend it to you folks. It's fantastic. And don't miss out on this opportunity to do so, to shop local and support local businesses this year. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We'll be back with more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN. Stay tuned.
At Britain's Touchless Car Wash, they know life gets busy. That's why they're here 24/7 to keep your car looking spotless, fast, and easy. Their advanced brush-free wash technology delivers a sparkling clean without a single scratch, because they treat your car like it's their own. Here's the best part. Right now, you can get a free car wash just for joining their text club. It's simple. Just text BRITT to 30400, and your first wash is on them. Britain's Touchless Car Wash has 2 convenient locations, 1923 Larkin Avenue in Elgin and 555 Willow in West Dundee. They're proud to keep your car clean while giving back to our community. Text BRITT to 30400. That's BRITT to 30400. Now for your free car wash, and see why Britain's Touchless Car Wash is the fast, gentle, and reliable choice.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 12 o'clock.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby, brought to you by Rain-X. A state report finds hundreds of Illinois public employees improperly received federal pandemic relief funds, with some now facing criminal charges. The Inspector General says about 400 workers took nearly $3 million in loans meant for small businesses, often using false or fabricated claims. Illinois drivers should be aware of changes to Scott's Law. The Move Over Law will now apply to all emergency vehicles stopped or moving, and also covers emergency workers on foot. First violations carry a minimum $200 fine. As the new year begins, Illinois' minimum wage will not increase in 2026. The State Department of Labor says the minimum wage will remain $15 an hour for workers 18 and older, with the tipped wage staying at $9 an hour. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TOUR25 for a limited time and get a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first 2 fill-ups. Cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TOUR25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first 2 tanks. That's code TOUR25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first 2 tanks.
Progressive Insurance presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Men's hoops tomorrow, number 25, Iowa hosts UCLA. On Thursday, the number 14 Hawkeyes women beat number 20 Nebraska 86-76. Tonight, the number 3 Iowa State men host West Virginia. The Cyclones are 13-0. 4-3 win for the Blackhawks at United Center over Dallas last night. Ilya Mikheyev had a pair of goals. Next up, a road game at Washington this Saturday night. The Bulls have wins in 7 of 10. They're at home tonight hosting the Orlando Magic. Chicago coming off a 134-118 win over New Orleans on Wednesday. Isaac Okoro had a season-high 24 points. The Bears wrap up the regular season at home this Sunday hosting Detroit. Caleb Williams has a shot at reaching 4,000 passing yards. He'd be the first quarterback to do so in Bears history. 11-5 Chicago, the NFC North Division winner, currently the 2nd seed in the NFC.
The sports update brought to you by Progressive. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chris Campbell on WRMN, the talk of the town.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Only available with TurboTax experts. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile app.
At Straight Talk, we get it. You say no a lot.
Mom, can I get a tarantula?
No.
Coffee?
No. So we're giving you more reasons to say yes, like a free 5G phone with real unlimited data with select plan activation.
Can I use the free phone?
Yes. See? Doesn't it feel good to say yes to more?
Absolutely. Face tattoo?
Absolutely not. Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Taxes and fees apply. In-store activation of Gold Unlimited plan or higher required for network management.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Hot Hands, America's favorite hand warmers. Today, patchy fog before noon with partly sunny skies and a high near 40. Tonight, a slight chance of snow and drizzle with patchy fog. Mostly cloudy with a low around 34. Temperatures rising to around 36 overnight. Currently, it is 38 with mainly clear skies. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
My doctor told me my cholesterol is borderline, so I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste-free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula, cholesterol's natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the Better Business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
The Live Like Rue Foundation is a 501c3 charitable organization that assists owners and their pets through a cancer diagnosis by providing financial and emotional support. In memory of a dog named Rue, the foundation helps local shelters and rescuers by sponsoring animals with cancer who do not yet have a forever home. Live Like Rue is a beacon of light during a dark time. For support for your pet or to donate or volunteer, please go to livelikeRue.org. Again, livelikeRue.org.
For the 12 o'clock hour here on Out to Lunch on WRMN AM 1410, broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today. We hope that you're enjoying this lovely afternoon. Now we kick it off with the 12 o'clock hour. What is happening locally in the Fox River Valley area? Of course, we've got some fun things to discuss. Now, don't forget, tomorrow is Travel Tuesdays with Cruises International. I just got a message from President Shauna White. I am going to give you a little update and a little insight on what we're going to talk about. We're going to be talking about some of those Viking cruises, including an event coming up in early February. Also, Celebrity Europe. There is going to be a webinar registration that we're going to be discussing. There's also quite a few other events in February coming up, a Globus in-person event, Celebrity in-person event, things to do for summer vacation, booking holiday vacations now. I know the holidays are over, but booking them sooner than later, getting into that. And of course, how to join their team as well. So very, very nice. And we'll also try to talk about some things on their Facebook page. So Sean, I got your message. Yes, yes, yes. Looking forward to it coming up tomorrow. That is the Travel Tuesdays with Cruises International. And of course, if you want to plan your vacation, Cruises International offers that experience tailored to your needs, advice, guidance, peace of mind, and unique experiences. That's what's great about speaking to and having a specific cruise and vacation expert. Any of them, all of them, have those experiences going on to these vacations, and they can share those experiences with you. So if you want to check out more information, cruisesinternational.com is the website to go to. We're having Shauna on tomorrow at the 11 o'clock hour. We're excited, of course, to continue on having Travel Tuesdays here on the Out to Lunch segment, the first Tuesday of every month. That's from 11 until 12. So I'm looking forward to it. Always have a grand time, and we hope you do too. So stay tuned for that. And if you want to call them ahead of time, say, hey, you know what? I'm already interested. Give them a call today, 1-800-ALL-SHIPS or 1-800-255-7447. So let's see what we've got here for the weather and the temperatures. Weather and temperatures here, we're seeing them continuing on to be in the 40s today. So for the Elgin weather, we see a high of roughly about 40 degrees today, or at least currently right now it's at 40. Our high is going to be going up to about 42. We see a low of 35 degrees. That is a few showers from time to time. Chance of rain is about 40% chance, about a 40% chance there. So that's about a low of 35 degrees is coming up. That is for tonight. Tomorrow on Tuesday, we see a high of 41, cloudier skies, with a low of 32 degrees. Cloudier skies is coming up. That is for Tuesday night. Wednesday rolls around, cloudier early, becoming mostly sunny in the afternoon. High of about 40 degrees is in that forecast, with a low of 36 degrees coming through. Clear to partly cloudy. That's for Wednesday. Thursday, we're going to see some rain showers. High of about 50 degrees, about a quarter of an inch in the morning. By the time we hit later at night, nearly half an inch of rain is predicted to come through. We see that low of about 41 degrees coming in. That is for Thursday night. Heading on into Friday, a high of 45 is in that forecast, cloudy with occasional rain showers. We see it dropping down to that low of 34. It does get to a little rain and mixed snow there, so possibly some of those snow showers coming through with the freezing rain. Saturday the 10th is a high of 36, continuing to snow at about 50% chance there. A little bit of a lighter snow there is predicted, dropping down to 22 with cloudy skies for Saturday night. Sunday rolls around. We see a high of 28 and a low of 23. Sunshine and clouds are mixed with partly cloudy coming through Sunday night. And finally, for Monday, next Monday, the 12th, we see partly cloudy skies and a high of 37 and a low of 29 degrees coming through. That is for the nighttime. So that's the weather and temperatures, the forecast for what we're seeing for the rest of this week and also for next week. Now, I also want to remind you here as well that you're listening to Out to Lunch. We also do have our Tradio segment at 12:30. That's a great time to call in if you're looking for an item to buy, sell, trade, and or announce to the Fox River Valley area. That'll be the time to call in, or you can also text us on our text line at 505-926-1410. In other news here, too, we've got our upcoming What's Cooking Today show. That'll be coming up at 1 o'clock. What's Cooking Today is hosted by Michael Horn on CRN. So stay tuned for more information on that, too. I know last Friday he had a replay. Nothing yet that's come up for what's going to be playing today, but stay tuned for that. That'll be for the 1 o'clock hour, 1 to 2. From 2 to 4, we have, of course, Fox Valley Afternoons. That includes Talk Time with Tammy and Friends and also a political talk show, as well as Big Top Sports. And Big Top Sports will be moved coming up on Wednesday from the 8 to Oh, no, I'm sorry. From the 6 to 8 to the 4 to 6. So he'll be coming on right after Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. So stay tuned for that. But yes, Talk Time with Tammy and Friends will be a live show coming up today. Tammy will be zooming in from Nashville and Becky from Homewood, Illinois. Going to be talking a little bit about a weight loss pill, new year and new laws. Talking about some great, interesting songs and some other segments. We also do have our News Nation segment talking about things happening in the world and sometimes even local too. Sometimes local things hit the news. Look at the Karen Sheepers case that hit the local news on News Nation. They talked about it. So that was cool. It was cool to hear Matt Vartanian and as well in that segment there. So very cool. And Andrew Houghton as well. So again, cool stuff to listen to. I mean, when I say cool, I mean, it's cool to listen to that News Nation. It's not always good news, of course. News can be news. It can be whatever it might be. It can be good news, bad news, neutral, but it's news nonetheless. And we got to keep ourselves in tune with what's happening. It's good to keep in tune. It's good to keep in the known, right? And that's what we do here on WRMN. We want to say thank you again to St. Joseph Hospital. This show, Out to Lunch, is sponsored by St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. Get back to doing what you love with expert orthopedic and spine care at St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. From advanced surgery to personalized rehab, their specialists are with you throughout your care journey. St. Joseph Hospital is now a proud member of Prime Healthcare, and they're here to keep you moving. So schedule your appointment today by calling 847-931-5525 or visit stjosephelgin.com to learn more and, of course, to schedule your appointment. So check it out for more information, stjosephelgin.com. Thank you again to St. Joseph Hospitals for sponsoring today's show, Out to Lunch. It is now 12:15. We're going to take a quick time out. When we come back, we'll talk about local things happening in the Fox River Valley area. But before we do that, I'm going to give you a little testimonial. I went to a cool place in the Fox River Valley area, actually right near the Fox River. We actually did cross the Fox River, not in a boat, but over the St. Charles Bridge last night. We had a great time. So I'll talk about that, the place I went to, and a couple other places I went to as well during this next segment. So stay tuned for that. Excuse me, and we'll be back with more on Out to Lunch, WRMN.
Kick off your weekend with a little flair. It's Dino's Night Out, every Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. on WRMN 1410 AM. Dino brings you the best of the Fox Valley's entertainment scene. Live music, local artists, street festivals, great eats, and the personalities behind them. If it's happening, Dino's talking about it. And bringing the spotlight is none other than the legendary Arcada Theater, located at 105 East Main Street in St. Charles. Catch dinner, drinks, and a show, all under one historic roof. So whether you're making plans or just love to know what's hot, make it a date with Dino's Night Out, Fridays, 2 to 4 p.m. on WRMN 1410 AM, or stream it live at WRMN1410.com. Dino's Night Out, powered by the Arcada Theater, where Fox Valley comes to play.
Before the weather gets too cold, it's time to finish up those outdoor jobs. That's why ComEd wants you to know that electricity can jump from a power line to you and to the tools you're using. So maintain a safe distance from any power lines. You can also call ComEd at 1-800-EDISON-1 to have those power lines de-energized the next time you do any work around them. Stay smart, stay safe, stay back. ComEd, powering lives.
America's First Responders Fest began as a simple idea to honor the heroes who serve our community every day. Thanks to the incredible support of the Village of Hampshire, especially Village President Mike Reed, Village Manager Jay Hedges, and Karen Stuhler. This year, that idea came to life. From local residents to small businesses, Hampshire opened its heart to America's First Responders Fest. The support was overwhelming. A true celebration of unity, gratitude, and community pride.
Most people out here think that taking care of one another is important. And most people would step up for a neighbor going through a tough time. Most people around here help out friends and family when they need it. But the funny thing is, most of us won't look for help when we need it. If you're struggling with mental health, you should know that there are resources out there that can help. And it's okay to talk about it if you need to. One place to get started with information is loveyourmindtoday.org. Loveyourmindtoday.org offers a range of guides, instructions, and insights for dealing with difficult situations or getting through a tough time. If you're struggling with mental health, get the help you need, because most people out here really care. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN. Folks, we're about to talk about food and drinks. Got a couple places. We did some hopping yesterday, bar hopping, and food places. So stay tuned. We'll talk about that. Had a nice weekend, a good time, and more. So stay tuned for that. That was, that was on Saturday. So let's see what we've got going on here. We have some fun places to go to in St. Charles. And if you've never been before, I want to give you some little testimonials here to tell you about it, of course. So over the weekend on Saturday, my boyfriend and 4 of his friends all went out to, we went to a place called Altar Brewing and Kitchen. Now, I had never been to Altar Brewing before. I have heard about it. I am more than certain I've talked about Altar Brewing here on WRMN during Out to Lunch. And I wanted to talk and give you a testimonial on what the place was. And hey, maybe you've been there before and you have a specialty dish that you like to enjoy there. Let us know. So we stopped there. It was at Altar Brewing at around 5 o'clock or so. They're at 12 South 1st Street in St. Charles. Parking was a little difficult to find at first because quite a bit of the free parking was filled, and also around the local area too. So make sure, of course, if you're looking for parking, to try to find it a little earlier, especially on the weekends. But we did go to this place called Altar Brewing, mainly known, of course, for their brewing, but I enjoyed their steak sandwich. Let me tell you a little bit about it. So Altar Brewing is a local business. If you want to check out information on them, you can find it at altarbrewing.com. They're asking for my birthday here. Okay. So I can access their website. All right, there's my birthday. It's March 10th, 1997. It's no secret. I'm going to be 29 this year. This is St. Charles Brewery and Kitchen. Now, this is a great way that you can enjoy some great food and dining. Now, when you walk in there, at least from my experience, it is a little bit more on the dim side when you walk in there. They have all high tables, so pretty much all the tables are high tables there. At least from what I remember, pretty much all high tables. So sometimes for people who maybe have a harder time walking, it can be kind of hard to get up on those high table chairs. But it wasn't for me and any of us, so we were good. They have nice wooden tables there. They're nice and sturdy. And our waiter was very nice, very accommodating as well. Always checked up on us, make sure we had everything that we needed. So I had a great staff there in service. I can't remember the gentleman's name, but he was very nice. And oh my goodness, they had so many great food options. I would have to say the highlight were the fries. The fries were seasoned so well. I absolutely loved the fries there. And that's what everyone else was raving about too when we were eating. Everyone really enjoyed the fries. So I started off with a drink. Everyone had beer. And of course, me being the non-beer drinker, I had a rum and Coke. Well, his friend Katie had a Moscato. Which looked pretty good too. But the rest of them had beer, and something that his friend Anna had was a gingerbread beer. It was very interesting. I had a little taste of it. It was like a real, weedy, almost soury kind of gingerbread. It tasted like or was it gingerbread beer or was it like a butter beer? It tasted like a diet butter beer. So if you've had butter beer before, very popular with Harry Potter. Imagine that with no sweetness, barely any sweetness at all. That's what it tastes like. So it was interesting. I'd say a mix of the sweet butter beer and the mixture of that would have blended perfectly. So they do offer some great experiences there when it comes to their delicious foods. If you want to give them a try, it's Altar Brewing. I had their steak sandwich. Now the steak sandwich was large. And it was a little messy too. I ended up having to eat it almost like a pita bread, but it was delicious nonetheless. You got some juicy steak on there. I had mine with peppers, which I don't usually do, but like I said, I'm trying to eat a little bit more veggies, so I did have peppers on mine. It had mushrooms on it too, which I know I usually don't eat. Well, I'll eat mushrooms with steak, and it was a steak sandwich, so I was like, okay, yeah, I'll eat that. And then it had some sort of almost like a mayo sauce to it. I thought it was very good. I enjoyed it. And if you want to give them a try, you can try them out. I'm not seeing their menu here on their website. They have, let me see. I'm having a hard time finding it. They're, of course, known for their beers, right? Because it's Ultra Brewing. But they're a good place nonetheless. Check them out. I enjoyed their food. I had the steak sandwich there. If you go to Google, you usually can find a little menu there. There it is. Menu highlights. Steak sandwich. That's what I had. And I had a beer. It was a big pretzel, and she had like a beer cheese. I don't know if it was a fondue necessarily. Oh my goodness. But she said she loved that beer. The beer cheese was really good. The regular cheese. Their fries are good. They offer flatbreads. They offer crab cake bites. And some other good drinks that are out there too. And even they had a dessert menu. I shared a non-bake cheesecake, which was very good. And they had strawberries on it, or not strawberries, cherries on it, which were good. Not candy cherries, regular cherries on there. And it melted into the cheesecake. So it was very good. I enjoyed it. So that's my little testimonial there. Ultra Brewing. I enjoyed the atmosphere. The food was fantastic. Of course, the service was great. And of course, the best thing was the company, being with people that you care about and getting to know new people too, which is fun. So it was a good time. And then we hopped over to a couple other places too around the area, including the Beach Hut Tiki Bar. I had a delicious mudslide. That was good. And I didn't feel it much when it came to, I didn't drink much. I had the rum and Coke, and then I had the mudslide, and that was all I drank alcohol wise. But it's a good place to go to. The service was great too. The guy that was working the bar, very friendly, talked to us a lot. And that's always nice when you have a bartender that really talks to you and gets to know you a lot. So it's the Beach Hut Tiki Bar in St. Charles. Also a good place to go to. They have a lot of different options. And tons of money on the walls that are stapled to the walls, which was cool to see. Then we hopped to another place, which was the Broken Bricks. Now, I didn't have anything here. Everyone else did. Had a little wine tasting, glass of wine, and they had little wine tastings that you could have. You could have flights, things like that. But I said, no, that's okay. I'll just have a water and sit and enjoy the company. But it was a nice homebrew shop. They offer fermentation supplies. They have a lot of paintings and pictures of some musical artists that are on the walls. They had a really cute little lamp that was kind of a Victorian looking lamp that I liked. That was something, of course, that I noticed. But they do offer some wines. They offer like a chocolate wine there, which was something that my friend Anna had. They have different lagers, and it's really known for their wines especially. But that's called Broken Bricks, and that's spelled with a B-R-I-X, X at the end. It's a fermentation emporium. So lots of good wines there. I didn't have any, but it was good nonetheless to sit there, and it was a nice atmosphere too. So that's the other place that we went to. And then the last place we went to was the Lewis, which is in St. Charles. This is the last place. Now, this is definitely an upscale, very 70s bar to go to. I know I have talked about the Lewis before here on Out to Lunch, and I have mentioned their little alcove area that you can go to towards the back. I remember talking about it. I finally was able to go in there, and it's really, really cool. They have some nice dim lightings. Their drinks are fantastic as well, too. I didn't have an alcoholic beverage. I just had what was a mocktail. It was like a ginger beer with lime. It was very good. It was strong. It did taste like alcohol, but it was not. It was a nice ginger beer, and it was delicious. A couple other of the friends had, I'm trying to think what else. I can't remember what everyone else had. I know Kitty had one of these drinks. It was like a daiquiri. So all good stuff, of course. And I know that they do have some of that outdoor seating too. We didn't go over there in that area, or it's not really outdoors. It's like outdoors. It feels like you're outdoors. But that bar was really nice. It's called the Lewis. Our waitress was nice. She was a funny woman too. So it was a good time. So that's the Lewis. That's a cocktail bar. We also went there. It's at 106 East Main Street. And then another place we went to as well was not a bar. It was Ghoulish Mortals. I said, can we go in here? I'm excited. No one else had ever been in there before. I said, I love this place. Outside, they played the Haunted Mansion music. So I was like, oh, come on, I got to go here. I told everyone, I'm such a big Haunted Mansion fan. So they're like, oh, okay, we'll go inside. And they really liked it. Ghoulish Mortals, oh my goodness, creepy. Definitely my style. Everyone liked it there too. Some of the friends even bought some cool stuff. So if you want to check that place out too, it's a good one. That's Ghoulish Mortals. And they're open late too. You can find some creepy cool stuff in there, especially if you are a fan of the Haunted Mansion. They've got a Haunted Mansion section. I was definitely intrigued by that section of the room. In the shop, they also have a lot of different horror movie pins. They have a downstairs area that's very creepy with some clowns and a lot of horror movie icons, some classics that you can find in those different products. So it's a cool place to go to. Just mind the dummy right next to the stairs going downstairs. There's a creepy dummy that's there. Almost looks like half human, half, I don't even know. Like, it looks like he lives in a swamp. It creeped me out a little bit. I did not expect to see him right by me when I was walking down the stairs. I jumped a little bit, and I don't usually, but I did a little bit with him. So nonetheless, still fun places to go to. Giving those little testimonials to you folks out there. Had a nice weekend, and I'm glad I was able to go to these local places so that I can report back to you so that you can give them a try. Because that's also part of Out to Lunch 2 this year, 2026. I want to start going out to more places and being able to share those experiences with you folks out there too. Now, maybe you've got some cool experiences that you want to share, or maybe even some items. Call in coming up in about 4 minutes here. It's our radio segment up next on WRMN.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby, brought to you by Rain-X. A state report finds hundreds of Illinois public employees improperly received federal pandemic relief funds, with some now facing criminal charges. The Inspector General says about 400 workers took nearly $3 million in loans meant for small businesses, often using false or fabricated claims. Illinois drivers should be aware of changes to Scott's Law. The Move Over Law will now apply to all emergency vehicles stopped or moving, and also covers emergency workers on foot. First violations carry a minimum $200 fine. As the new year begins, Illinois' minimum wage will not increase in 2026. The State Department of Labor says the minimum wage will remain $15 an hour for workers 18 and older, with the tipped wage staying at $9 an hour. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TOUR25 for a limited time and get a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first 2 fill-ups. Cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TOUR25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first 2 tanks. That's code TOUR25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first 2 tanks.
Welcome to downtown Elgin, where businesses, community, and creativity come together. The Downtown Neighborhood Association provides valuable, complimentary services to all downtown businesses, organizations, property owners, and residents, helping you gain exposure and thrive. Whether you're already part of the district or exploring a new downtown location, DNA is here to help your vision grow. Join us in creating a vibrant, connected, and successful downtown Elgin. Call now 847-488-1456 or you can email info@downtownelgin.com. As for Jennifer Facala, Downtown Neighborhood Association, where the heart of business beats strong.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast.
Brought to you by Chick-fil-A.
This afternoon, mostly cloudy with a high near 39. Tonight, patchy fog before midnight, then patchy fog and a slight chance of drizzle. Mostly cloudy with a low around 34. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy with a high near 43. Currently, it is 40 with clear skies. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Folks, too, out to lunch here on WRMN. Guess what? It is pushing 35 past the hour. That's the 12 o'clock hour here. So you know what that means. Our Tradio segment is here. If you're interested in buying, selling, trading, and or announcing to the Fox River Valley area, you know it. Now is the time to call into the studio number here at 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. If it's got to go, post it here only on Tradio. You can also feel free to let us know by commenting on our chat line, our text line here at 505-926-1410. That's 505-926-1410. Shoot us a text message and even include a picture there too, if you'd like, of your specific product that you've got. Product that is, maybe an antique item that you've been looking to get rid of or to sell. There's lots of different ways that you can promote what you're looking to buy, sell, trade, and or announce. And to do it here is on Tradio. So we haven't had a whole lot of callers that have been calling in here. I know that we still have some. There's only a couple because we do refresh it after the end of the month here. So there's only a couple. I've only got 3 here that I have to talk about. So we'll just keep it a little brief, but we've got Greg. He's still looking for those bicycles. So if anyone out there maybe is a collector of vintage and antique bicycles from the late 1800s, the ones that are tall with the big wheels, and or pieces of bicycles, accessories, things like that. He's looking for that. He's also looking for vintage Omega watches. Now, the nice thing about Greg here is they don't even have to be working watches. They can be even broken. He can fix them. He loves collecting them too. Just make sure they're in fair condition. But he is looking for vintage Omega watches, men's and women's, and also diver style watches is something else he's been looking into trying to collect. And he is a collector, again, not a dealer, so he will pay a fair price for you on that too. So maybe look in your boxes, see if you've got any wristwatches that you're not using, and you're like, hey, you know what? I know this guy, Greg. Matt on WRMN's Out to Lunch has talked about him before. You can call him. He's also looking for old gas tether cars. They're the old toy cars. They were made by the Cox Corporation in the 50s and 60s around that time, and he's looking for those. They've got the little tiny gas engines in them too. Quite fancy toys if you ask me. And then also a Schwinn 312 Goose Island bicycle he has for $125. It runs good. I know it's not quite the season to do bike riding, but Today could be. There are still people I do see bike rides. So forget what I just said. It could be anytime. As long as you're safe out there. You're not, riding your bike in the snow. He's also looking for old racing go-karts from the 50s and 60s. He has for $500 a nice Hamilton Beach 3-head milkshake maker. Hey, you can have milkshakes during the cold weather. No one's stopping you from doing that. I have my iced coffee during the cold weather. It's in the color ivory. It comes with 3 cups. He also has a Lionel Pioneer Zephyr, kind of like the ones you see in the Museum of Science and Industry, those really nice ones. He's got that, 4 feet long in excellent condition. And then he is also looking to add some extra pieces for a Shuko Disney monorail toy, not the plastic ones, the vintage ones. So feel free to reach out to him today. That's Greg's number at 847-962-6033. And that's his new cell number too. So you can back and forth send pictures if you'd like. That's 847-962-6033. We have Jeff's Train World, Wood by Jeff. Or not Wood by Jeff, I'm sorry. He does woodworking, though. I get the two mixed up sometimes, Wood by Jeff and Elburn. But yes, Jeff is looking for trains, parts of trains, pieces, preferably train cars, but any train memorabilia will also do. He's also looking for old model railroad items or even new ones, including the buildings, the cars, the different setups, the little knickknacks that go with it, etc. So he's looking for those. If you want to give him a call today, that's Jeff at 630-251-2956. Again, that number is 630-251-2956. And then another Tradio caller here is located in McHenry County, Illinois. He has that RV fridge for sale. Maybe you have an RV fridge that's completely just broken. It doesn't work anymore and you need it fixed. Or better yet, if you want one for $300, it's a $900 value for $300. That's a good deal. It's an RV fridge for sale. It's a Dometic AC/DC, LP gas, 110 volts and 12 volts. It's a model 2554 LB. Located in McHenry for $300. He originally paid $900 for it. You can reach out to him today for more info. That number is 815-245-0670. Again, that's 815-245-0670. Reach out today. Feel free to. So those are the Tradio callers that have called in within the past couple of weeks. And if you want to, or even closer to the month, if you want to reach out to us today, feel free to do so. That number is 847-931-1410. That's the number to dial. In the meantime, here for the remainder of the time before we take our quick time out, we'll continue on talking more about what's happening locally in the Fox River Valley area. Now, of course, you can shop local, you can dine local, and you can even play local too. Location all around the Fox River Valley area. They recently updated it here. This is the Batavia Chamber of Commerce updated their timeline picture. Shop, dine, and play local. Location, Batavia, right around the Fox River there too. So good places to go to locally in there. And if you want to check out the Batavia Chamber of Commerce, you can. They got some good things. They recently posted 13 minutes ago. Check out this new hot deal. It's a BOGO Spa Day. It's from the Batavia Chamber of Commerce's website. It's a BOGO Spa Day at Dogtopia in Geneva. That's a cute place to go to. You can buy a bath and get a free nail trim or teeth brushing. So that's a great way to save a little extra money there too. They're on Fargo Boulevard in Geneva. Some other things as well. Aurora Downtown District recently posted that the cast of Dear Evan Hansen has been revealed. Coming to the Paramount Theater February 4th through till March 22nd. Tickets are available at ParamountAurora.com. So feel free to check them out for more information, or you can even call the box office too. They've got lovely faces of folks who are playing these roles. If you go to ParamountAurora.com, you can find information. And on Wednesdays, we do our theater reviews. So we do our little theater recognitions, things that are coming up. I know White Christmas is still going on till January 11th. So if you want to check out those different shows and events, you can. Also, any other local show venue places to go to, you can find. So feel free to check those out too. And that's ParamountAurora.com. So that's a good place to check out. Let's see some other things that have recently been posted. The Elgin Area Chamber of Commerce recently posted that the January edition, this is the January edition of Click and Connect is here. And it's packed with the people, events, and businesses moving forward. If you want to read the full issue, you can find it for yourself too. It does tell you a little bit about the Kane County Clerk's Office expanding. It also does an EAC influencer spotlight. They also have the Bear Family Restaurants announcing transition while remaining rooted in Elgin. So there's a story on that. You can dive into this year, 2026, and connect. Check out the vital services around the area too. So don't forget to check those out and stay connected. There's some other things as well here too. Explore Elgin Area recently posted that winter magic is calling. Trade the winter blues for a vibrant weekend getaway in the heart of the Fox River Valley. Downtown Elgin transforms into a cozy cultural hub during the colder months, offering the perfect escape for those seeking a mixture of historic charm and modern excitement. That's something that is definitely noticeable in Elgin. We have a lot of really nice older buildings. We have some newer buildings, but it all blends together very well. So it's not necessarily that there are buildings in downtown Elgin that don't match. They all blend together really well to show you a lot of that enrichment in cultures and different time periods to make Elgin what it is. And the same applies for a lot of other local villages, towns, and cities in the Fox River Valley area that do also offer that to you too, even just as simple as the old buildings, the structures. And what's cool too is even if you look, and I'm already looking above here to see if I can see it above any of the buildings here, I don't see any dates, but sometimes they have buildings with dates. So for example, like the Weber, I think it's Webster Building, 1892. That's where Al's Cafe is. That's a cool one. I could be getting the date wrong or the name wrong too, but they've got the name and then the date of the building when it was made. And it's pretty cool to see that history. That's right in front of our faces too, right above our heads. I was going to say right under our noses, right above our heads. Maybe at one point under our noses, because Elgin used to be all underground. Well, not really all underground, but they raised it a bit. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. All the Elgin historians out there, of course, know what I mean. And also tune in, of course, we played at 7:30 during the morning show, the Elgin History Museum. I also want to start playing that during Out to Lunch as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick time out. When we come back, we'll talk and we'll go through, we'll start off the show actually just with the Elgin history this day back 100 years ago. Stay tuned for that and more on Out to Lunch. We'll be back.
Before the weather gets too cold, it's time to finish up those outdoor jobs. That's why ComEd wants you to know that electricity can jump from a power line to you and to the tools you're using. So maintain a safe distance from any power lines. You can also call ComEd at 1-800-EDISON-1 to have those power lines de-energized the next time you do any work around them. Stay smart, stay safe, stay back. ComEd, powering lives.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Even if you've applied before, they may be eligible now. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Visit insurekidsnow.gov or call 877-KIDS-NOW. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Tune in to Big Top Sports
with Derek Geyer every weeknight from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m.
You'll have sports thoughts from the center ring of Chicagoland and to the outer rings from across the nation.
Weather from Chicago Cubs,
White Sox,
Bulls,
Bears,
Blackhawks,
Stars,
Fire,
Boomers,
whatever the national story is of the day.
Geyer and his sports czar takes will either have you nodding in agreement,
yelling at the radio,
or in all honesty,
a bit of both.
With the way the Chicagoland sports and sports are in general, there's bound to be
thrills,
chills, and
oh my God moments.
So get your snacks and libations ready,
because this is going to be a wild ride.
Big Top Sports with Derek Geyer's quirky and insightful Fanatics take
will make you feel a little
or a lot better about your Chicagoland sports viewing experiences.
Tune in to Big Top Sports with Derek Geyer every weeknight from 6 p.m.
to 8 p.m.
From the pages of the Elgin newspapers of 100 years ago today, these are the headlines brought to you by the Elgin History Museum.
I'm Nick Freeman, and here's what was happening in Elgin, our fair city, on January 5th, 1926. Champion dancers to take stage. Elgin's Charleston champions, Mildred and Donald Brown, are to be featured in the new show of the Charleston Mardi Gras, starting at the Crocker Theater on Sunday. The new performance, A Trip to Hitland, will have a marine setting with the entertainers in natty naval costumes. Blossom Heath and his orchestra will remain at the Crocker for 4 days, Sunday through Wednesday. Several Elgin Charleston teams will dance with the Heath Review in the effort to decide which 3 teams will dance against the Aurora champs the following week. Elgin friends are firmly backing the Brown duo in the intercity contest after watching them in action at several of the recent Christmas dances. In other news, Joe Delahanty states engagement is broken. Perhaps he is and perhaps he isn't married. A few weeks ago, Joseph Delahanty wired the Courier-News that he was going to wed Miss Leonora M. Jackson of Topeka, Kansas. Now, Mr. Delahanty writes as follows. The so-called engagement of Miss Leonora M. Jackson and myself is broken off. While many people think we were married, I would appreciate a mention of this. No reasons to be given.
Elgin 100 Years Ago is a presentation of the Elgin History Museum. Be sure to visit the museum located at 360 Park Street in Elgin, open Wednesday through Saturdays 11 to 4. You can also listen to Elgin 100 Years Ago at www.elginhistory.org.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN. That was the Elgin 100 Years Ago segment for January 5th, back on this day in Elgin history, 100 years ago. Fantastic job, of course, done by the Elgin History Museum. Thank you for providing those for us. I like the jazzy music in the background, too. Definitely gives that old-timey feel, right? So when you're listening to them talking about it, when you listen to Nick Friedman or whoever it might be, Al Walters or Tricia Grosser, or Linda Rock, right? All the folks of the Elgin History Museum. It's a great way to listen to that. Now that they've incorporated that music in the background for 2026, it really amplifies your listening experience. So I want to give a thank you to the Elgin History Museum. And folks, check them out. It exhibits on local history, especially a huge room that's filled with things related to the Elgin Watch Factory and the rich history that's there too, and even in the dairy industry too. And I've mentioned this a lot of times. I know I annoy people. I've got two sections of the family on my mom's side that were part of, and on my dad's side too, part of the Elgin Watch Factory. and then also in the dairy industry as well during the booming times. So it's cool to have that history and to read about it and be passionate about it. It's really cool. So I recommend checking out the Elgin History Museum. It is elginhistory.org for more info. They offer is inspiring historical discovery. They preserve and share Elgin's heritage. And there's so much rich history here, too. It's so cool to see it. So I recommend checking them out if you've never been before. That's elginhistory.org. They've got different events coming up and more. If you want to join and donate, events and rentals, you can check out their events calendar, see what's coming up. This Saturday, the 10th, they have a Hans Klemmer kiln-formed glass open house. That's pretty cool to check out. It's at the Nancy Kimball Cobblestone Home in Elgin. They have that coming up. There's another Elgin Trivia Night fundraiser backed by popular demand. Gather your friends, form a team, join them for a night of fun, learning, and friendly competition. So it's the Elgin Trivia Night fundraiser that's coming up backed by popular demand. And that's coming up Friday, January 30th from 7 until 9:30 p.m. So a great event to go to. You can get those tickets. There's only 49 tickets left. So it ranges from 20 to 25. And they even have a list of some other things coming up in February, March, April, and so on and so forth. Some cool stuff. So don't want to miss out on it. Great community that's here in Elgin. And of course, the same applies for other history museums too. If you want to check out local rich history in the Fox River Valley area, different villages, towns, and cities, they have those history museums that offer that to you. It's a great way to preserve history and to share it with folks out there too. You can really learn a lot of really cool stuff. Let's see, for the remainder of the time, what is going on here? Well, you can celebrate success with Batavia Main Street. You can vote for your favorite downtown business in Batavia by going to qrco.de/Celebrate Batavia. There's a link provided in their Facebook page. But if you want to check it out, it's the Downtown Business Appreciation Awards. Help them recognize their downtown businesses that make downtown Batavia a unique place to live, work, and also play. So you can put in your email and find out more information. They have different awards there. They have the Curb Appeal Award, Outstanding Atmosphere, Seasonal Decor Award, Engaging Social Media Award, as well as Community Impact, Most Innovated, and even that Rising Star Award. So if you want to fill out those, which one you like the best in Batavia, check it out. Your vote does count, and it does matter. Huntley Area Chamber of Commerce recently posted a congratulations to Drendel's Corner Mobile on 26 years as a member of the Huntley Area Chamber. And I have to say, Drendel's Corner is my good friend Charlie's uncle's. It's his store. It's his mobile store. So that's pretty cool to see. I even sent a picture already to my friend Charlie. He goes, "Yep, that's my uncle's store." He says, "I passed it before." So it's cool. It's Drendel's Corner little store there that they have. They've been going on for, again, 26 years as a member of the Huntley Area Chamber. So that's cool to see. In fact, the Drendel's farm used to be right over there, right close to there too, which is where the Taco Bell is now. So just a little history I know about that too. So I love learning a lot of different family history stuff. Batavia Chamber of Commerce also recently posted as well. Are you trying to start the new year with some healthy eats? Culver's has you covered. They have a fresh and healthy salad. Maybe even a cup of soup to take away that hunger you won't feel the least bit guilty about. They've got some delicious salads to try out there. I've had them before. They're very good, so I recommend trying that out. Aurora Downtown District recently posted, their mouth is already watering here, Altiro Latin Fusion has a variety of different specials that are going on, week specials, now through coming up January 20th through till February 3rd for Aurora's Restaurant Week. So you can find a little sneak peek on what is going to be coming up for their specials that they have. And if you want to try it out, you can. And during that week, they're going to be having, with the purchase of any tacos or tapas, you get a complimentary margarita with that too. That's fantastic. So some cool stuff happening. You don't want to miss out on these great ways to help you to enjoy these businesses and support them too. And then finally, another thing here, too, there was a community reminder. It was posted on January 2nd. The city of Elgin is hosting a community forum. Now, this forum is to share general information. It relates to immigration enforcement, and it provides an opportunity for dialogue between residents, elected officials, and city staff. This is coming up Wednesday. It's January 7th. It's at the Edward Schock Center of Elgin at the Heritage Ballroom. And it's coming up at 6 p.m. until 8. All are welcome, and Spanish interpretation will also be available there, too. So in case you might be interested, City of Elgin posted it, and I know that the Elgin Area Chamber of Commerce also reposted that, too. So if you have any inquiries about things, you want to talk about this, feel free to do so. It's coming up soon. Feel free to find that. That's on the City of Elgin's information page. Lots of other great things are going on, too. We only have so much time to talk about them. Coming up next, we have What's Cooking Today with Michael Horn. That is on CRN, followed by Talk Time with Tammy and Friends, a political talk show, and Big Top Sports. What is Michael going to be talking with us today? Well, something I briefly mentioned about the keto diet, easy keto for health and energy, and also wine education, and learn about wine events, not whining events, but wine events. Oh my goodness, it is a Monday, folks. Stay tuned.